What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel East to West Reactions. Slight switch up here. Wanted to make a change, felt a little more accurate, but yeah, so that's what we're going with now for the time being. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Wednesday. Just getting a few things together. Chapter up. Let me get the cam up. Hope everyone's doing well. So let me tweet this out at the same time. Anyone who doesn't feel like waiting, there'll be a timestamp, of course, to get you right to the chapter. But yeah, with that, just be patient. Okay, beautiful. All right. So, coming off honestly an insane chapter last week. I talked a lot about it like after the fact. I don't know if I'll have enough time this time to today to get into it really, but we'll see how the chapter goes. That'll depend on the flow for everything. But man, the Shadow Army, the real Shadow Army coming out, Sung Jin-woo subjugating it, Grand Marshal, and then we went over to Beijing, China, with the Chinese nation rank hunter. I forget his name right now, but they've got a giant-sized gate above Beijing, and he showed up for Sung Jin-woo, when the gate was above Seoul. So it's only right that he comes and helps him out. But I think there'll be much more to it, especially because this is easily the doing of somebody that's of a monarch level, I think. So I don't know if this is the Dragon Monarch himself that's going to be doing this, or if it's going to be one of the other ones, just sort of stoking the fire. But we'll figure it out. And with that, let's get into this. And while we're at it here, don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate all the love and everything. All right. So we pick off. Oh, that's Beru. I guess this is right after his fight with the Grand Marshal. Damn, he got put in the dirt. My liege, I can still go on. Beru, why are you so obsessed with becoming the Grand Marshal? I shall become the Grand Marshal and always be by your side, my liege. Then the Grand Marshal can stand on my right, and you can be on my left. Yo, his face. He went chibi. The king's favor is, don't. My liege, please also give me the chance to challenge the... Oh, is that Igris? You can be behind me. Huh? Yo, Igris doing the fist pump. They're hyped, and now the rest of the lieutenants and everything are like, wait, I want to place by your side. Like, what are those guys doing? Oh, are they all like conspiring on trying to be like by his side? The dragons, Tusk. I need Sung Jin-woo to figure out what these dragons can do, because if each one of them is like a calamity level threat, I want to see what one of them can really do. Come on, Paige. Oh, stream lagging? Okay. Alright. Yo, the dragons are just shooting up like fire into the sky. And why is Tusk giving one of them like a slight nod? Oh, is he gonna shoot his fire up into the sky? Or using the orb? Orb of Avarice? Is that it? Oh, they were trying to see who has the most destructive capability, maybe. He just might have blew them all out the water. That's insane. Yo, did he really just put the dragons to shame when it came to fire? It's actually, you know what? It might be the orb. Because that orb did have a crazy power up when he got it, when Sung Jin-woo gave it to him. What's going on, Bree? Yo, these guys just be clowning right now. Shout out to my mod Bree in the chat. Alright. Alright, so Tusk is walking off with victory. He's giving the thumbs up to the rest of the dragons. He's an orc. How did he win? And then is everyone else like sort of like cheering or like bowing down to him? Isn't it cheating to be holding the marble of greed? Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, that is cheating. Sung Jin-woo's thinking to himself, what are they doing? Oh, and Grand Marshal is explaining. They're planning on making a small place to stay, so you can rest comfortably for the time we are here, my liege. Oh, that's what they're doing. All the ants are doing it, bunch. I forgot that he has different types of ants. He's got the ants that are all six. I was about to say all four, all six, and the ones that are standing upright, kind of like Beru. Did Beru order this? My liege, why aren't you calling your soldiers back into your shadows? I just wanted to let them take a breather. They were stuck in the dimensional rift until we came here. Bellion, aren't you sad about the fact that you are no longer able to meet Ashbourne, the previous Shadow Monarch? Oh, that's an interesting question. I guess he's giving them a real feel for it too. You know, seeing what they might like, or might be like. I was by his side when he was facing the rulers that opposed the absolute being, and I self-proclaimed myself to be his first soldier when he obtained the power of death. I have been by his side for almost an eternity, and I have never once doubted his decisions. I want to hear the story of you and Ashbourne. Could you tell me more? Oh, that's cool. It may turn into a very long story. Oh, y'all got time. Was Bellion a brilliant light? He looks like it with the wings and everything. It was when I was still a fruit of the world tree. All the soldiers of the heavens are born on the branches of the world tree in the form of a fruit. A fruit? You were a fruit? It's a tree large enough to cover the entire sky with its branches. Okay. The world tree is basically the night sky? It's interesting. Huh? Oh, come on, page. Oh, we're not gonna get to it? Alright, that's fine. I must let people know about the existence of the 8 armies who may arrive at any moment. I must let them know that a war is nearing. I cannot promise the safety of everyone. Ta-da. Oh, Sung Jin-woo chefed it up. Okay, he made a dinner for the family. Nice. And it keeps going. Nor can I promise that the world will stay the same as it has been. That's how great the power of the King of Dragons was when I witnessed it through Ashbourne's memories. Oh, we missed that? We skipped over that? Bro, I need to see like a glimpse of that battle. Like, Ash, how did he get 3 dragons? You know, how did his army hold up against them? You know, I feel like Bellion's the type of shadow soldier that could probably take on a dragon by itself. I would hope so, at least, you know. Mom is delicious. I never knew my brother could cook this well. Sung Jin-woo keeps going. The King of Dragons and its army of destruction brought everything in front of them down to ruins and ashes. And such enemies are now targeting the earth. Jinnah, you should try it as well, brother. You should try it as well. Brother is really good at making side dishes too. Oh, and now Sung Jinwoo keeps going. And that's why everyone needs to prepare themselves for what's to come. Jinwoo, is something going on? His mom asks. What are you talking about? When your dad was about to do something dangerous, he often cooked me a meal like this. You really take after your father. It's nothing like that, Mom. I think we have a visitor. I'll go answer the door. Huh? But there wasn't even a door ring. What's that matter? Oh, okay. It's just people coming up to him. He can tell when people are coming. Hunter Sung, I apologize for visiting like this without a notice. But could you please give us a moment of your time? I thought I woke up from an eternal slumber because I was special. But then I realized that such miracles wouldn't happen so easily. Oh, is this Jinno's dad? I think he owns his own Hunters Guild. And since the only people who have ever woken up from an eternal slumber were me and your mother, I couldn't help but suspect it was you. Why did you help me? I decided that you were a trustworthy person. If you were a person who would do anything to get what you want, I wouldn't have risked danger to save you. Huh. Sorry, I just saw your message. Yeah, I didn't want them to skip the battle. I want to see how we got the dragons, because they just popped up. Alright, so that means it's because I did not try to use Jinno. Yes. I don't know how to show my gratitude. Please let me return at least half of your favor. I plead you. Oh, I guess he doesn't like owing people. Is there anything you want? I don't really have anything I want. However, if something happens to me, could you take care of my mother and sister? Would that really be enough? Yes, it'd be plenty. I understand. Please leave it up to me. I will promise you. Alright, we got some contingencies. Do I think Sung Jinwoo can die in this story? No. No, I don't think so. He's escaped death so many times. If he does, I think it'd be actually pretty remarkable. You know, I'm not saying that like that's what I hope happens to the story, but like I would be very surprised. Like wow, like you really killed off Sung Jinwoo after all this. But who knows? Maybe this is just, you know, to raise the stakes a little bit, create a little bit of pressure and things. But alright, so we get back to Beijing. Everyone's looking at the sky. Oh, sorry, I've been saying Beijing this whole time. It's Shanghai. My apologies. This is the Colossal Gate in Shanghai, China. And it's not only in China. 8 colossal gates appeared all around the world, and almost all at once. Hunter Nim, do you think? No, they're not. So they're not your army? Yes, they're our enemies. Chairman, do you trust me? Oh, I love this panel. That's dope. He's got the sun like pointing through the blinds behind him, and you just see like the red aura glint in his eyes, or the purple aura. Yes, I do. Then please trust what I'm about to show you. Oh, he's about to give him everything. What? Oh, he's okay. So he put his finger to his forehead. It's kind of weird that that's how he transfers the information. He just kind of. All right. So he's getting a full flashback of everything. He's seeing Ashbourne. He's seeing the dragons. He's seeing the rulers. He's seeing the Absolute One killed. The giants. The everything. Yo, he's sweating too. And he's freaking out. Impossible. How could such things? I had always thought that the gods gifted a special power to a small number of humanity, and that's why I thought we needed to protect humanity by fighting against the demonic beasts. But if what you just showed me is really the truth, then my thoughts would have been nothing more than haughtiness. I was misunderstanding everything. To think that the hunters, no, the awakeners, are the only people who are able to survive after the true war, as if they're filtering out that after their as if they're filtering out so that only certain humans live. This is not the war between humans and the monarchs, but the war between the monarchs and the rulers. Between two groups who possess enormous power. How could this be, Hunter Sung? And you're planning on fighting against such enemies all by yourself? Yes. Then what should we do? How can we be of assistance to you? And we cut away, all these cutaways this chapter, man. Alright, so we cut away. Oh, how would the story go if he did die? I guess if he died, that would be the end of like the whole cycle. Because I don't think he would die until like the rulers are dead. Not the rulers, the monarchs are dead. And being a ruler and a monarch himself, he probably could end himself. But it'd have to be at the very end if he did die. That's a tough question. That's a tough question, Brie. But now you got me thinking about it. Yeah. It would definitely end the cycle of everything. The rulers and the monarchs fighting for eternity. But the question is there a balance? If it's just the rulers, is that okay? Is it okay to leave them unchecked? I mean, sure, they're more so on the side of humanity, but they've done some heinous acts themselves. As sort of angels to God, they betrayed and killed their the absolute one, who's basically the God of their universe, and they're sort of like angels in comparison. So they're not entirely innocent to me either. So that's a good question. I wonder if there would be some sort of counterbalance. I know you're always here for a tough question. Always here for a tough question. Alright, let's finish this up. Did anyone else say that they'd be coming? Oh, did Hunter Sung Jin Woo ask for them to throw a party? No, sir. Only the 152 countries I've reported to you this morning are all of them. Just what did Hunter Sung tell you yesterday in your office? I never saw your face become that pale. Oh, I apologize. I shouldn't have asked such a question. No, it's alright. The army of dragons appearing from within darkness, and the single gigantic dragon who was flying behind the army of dragons. The majesty such that even when every single hunter in the world gathered up against it, they wouldn't be able to even leave a scratch. And the pressure from the power that's enough to burn down all the lands in the world with a single breath. I felt it. This paint looked pretty raw too. I guess that's the dragon monarch, like silhouetted. His I assume he has like a transformation form. All the other monarchs have all had their own transformation forms. So I assume he'd have his own, probably turning into a full dragon or like a dragonoid. I wonder if he'll look like Kaido. In his hybrid form. Just how is Hunter Sung planning on fighting against them? Hunter Nim, it's Wu Jinchul. I've gathered the representatives from every country as you asked. Where are you right now? Yes, I've just arrived. Coming out of the ether, or shadows I should say in this, suited up. Sung Drip Woo. I guess asking for your location is meaningless now. He just smiles and hangs up. There will be chaos when people find out about it, and some countries won't be able to handle the chaos. I'm aware. Today. If that's really what you think, the truth will be uncovered to the world. And that's the chapter. Just those two looking on at the crowd. Alright. So, that was kind of cool. We got to get a little bit more behind the Ashborn and his army. I kind of wanted to see a little bit more about Bellion, and his history with Ashborn. Just to give him a little more character since we just got him. And if he's supposed to be, the new right hand besides Beru and Igris, I kind of like to get just a little bit more out of him, you know what I mean? But other than that, decent chapter, good setup for a lot of things. I wish we would have gone back and seen the Chinese nation rank hunter just to see what he's doing, especially after coming home and seeing the gate in the sky. Also, I'm hoping he gets to reach out and speak to Sung Jin Woo before everything kind of happens. I'm sure there's still some time before the gates open up. But I don't know if they've mentioned any sort of they haven't mentioned any sort of time frame of when it's supposed to open. So I'm curious, when will he reach out? But other than that, seeing Wu Jinchul now knows everything, so he can spread that information throughout the Hunters Guild and back Sung Jin Woo up accordingly, which I'm really curious to know, what is Sung Jin Woo's plan? What did he ask him to do? I know that he gathered all these representatives, but is it just to tell them about what's to come? Or is there something more to it? Does he have some sort of contingency plan to sort of help the world fight back against all of these armies? Because there's absolutely no way that if these gates open all at one time, the world might be really fucked. Because Sung Jin Woo can't cover that many spaces. Even if he sent out shadows to all of those different places, that would, one, weaken his own army and his own assault capability, but also not all of his shadows are strong enough to take on these other armies that are going to be coming. I would probably say he's got maybe two, maybe I don't know. Actually, you know what? I don't even know if Bellion would be able to take on a Monarch himself. I doubt he would, because Beru and Igris themselves, yes, they did put some pressure on the Ice Monarch after they were fully revived or fully manifested, but I don't think they can still measure up. So, yeah. Yeah, no, my thoughts exactly, Bree. Yeah, I wanted a little more information here, but that's fine. We're definitely gonna get it. I just hope it's next week, sooner than later. And last thing about this was kind of nice was Jinna's father finally came back around into the picture. So we know that he was in that eternal slumber, similar to Sung Jin Woo's mother, and because he had those special vials that were able to undo any sort of disease or anything, he used one of them on Jinna's father, just because Jinna's basically his best friend. So he wanted to help him out. But I liked how this sort of went further and added in his family, sort of gives Sung Jin Woo some comfort knowing that even if he does win this fight, but it costs him everything, his family is still going to be well off and taken care of. And Jinna's father he's rich. He's stinking rich. He's one of the wealthiest people in Seoul. So they'll be taken care of, which is nice to know. I'm sure that gives him a lot of comfort, a lot of free reign, and ultimately just the ability to go ahead and really do what he needs to do with this war impending. So I'm curious to see what unfolds in these next two. I'm sure we're going to get a few chapters of setup here for everything. I'm really curious to see how things come around. I need to see what Thomas Andre is doing as well. Is he gearing up for this? because as someone who fought Kamish the dragon, I would hope that he would have something, his own sort of contingency plan to really fight back against something like this. So we'll see. But with that, I'm gonna head out of here. I gotta go watch Star Wars Visions and What If. But yeah, hope everyone enjoys and had a good time. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and yeah, let me know what you think about everything. And if you like the new name and layout, let me know about that as well. But with that, take care, everybody. I'll see you all later. Bye.